Hello there, this is Robert, raw and unscripted. I'm actually on Lake Chickamauga today. There's a super special opportunity that just came up in order to show you a property in a neighborhood. We're going to have a little bit of background noise as some dock repairmen are here next door actually repairing a dock. And that's something you have to consider if you're going to live on lakefront, even the Chattanooga, Tennessee lakefront. But a property came available in the Bal Harbor neighborhood, which is a lakefront community. And I wanted to make sure that you actually saw this property because lakefront properties, especially if they're very close to downtown Chattanooga, come up very, very seldom. And when they do, they're usually quickly snapped up, not only by investors, but also people that want to have that lakefront living, which is so important to so many people. Now, I've got to let you know, I am frequently contacted by people out of state who have, let's say, are operating from a couple of myths. Number one, Tennessee is only rural when we have several large cities. And then number two, that lakefront property is dirt cheap. Now, the dirt here is almost like gold, especially if you live on Lake Chickamauga or on the Tennessee River. And a lot of folks think that they can buy a home directly on the lake with a dock and a beautiful home and everything that goes with that for about $500,000. I've got to tell you that does not exist, especially in southwestern portion of Hamilton County near downtown Chattanooga or city center. Those days are long gone. So there's other areas, other neighborhoods along Lake Chickamauga and on the Tennessee River which have comparable or perhaps even lower price points. We're not going to talk about those today. Primarily the purpose of this video is give you an introduction of lakefront living in a lakefront community, one that I'm very, very familiar with and know a lot of the neighbors here. Like I said, I live just down the road. It's a special place, Bal Harbor is. In just a moment, we'll be looking at a house that just came on the market in Bal Harbor because I want to see what you think about it. It's an older home that has been freshly renovated. There's a lot of new features to the home, and yet it's in this beautiful waterfront community. So if you're looking at a map, Bal Harbor, along with Windward Point and Kings Point, is located on the southern portion of the lake, right above Highway 58 and very close to 153. And again, my apologies in advance, we're going to have a little bit of construction noise here. But they're situated right in that elbow, and this space is really, really special because of the convenience. So you could choose to go, I believe that's northeast on Highway 58 and hit Harrison. You could also get on Highway 153 and head south until you hit I-75 or 24. Then you could also take I-153 to Hixson, Tennessee, on the other side of the river, and do some shopping there, go to restaurants or whatever else. But there's actually a secret way to get to downtown Chattanooga from this area right here in less than 20 minutes. So therefore, this place has been, for many decades now, 50, 60 years, has been really a nice place to live on or near the lake, and also to have that close proximity to downtown Chattanooga. So let's go ahead and leave beautiful Lake Chickamauga and head over to the home that just came on the market in the Bal Harbor neighborhood. And many thanks to my friend Connie and to her sellers who have agreed to let me go into the property and show it to you. So here we are at 4924 Bal Harbor Drive, a property located in the Bal Harbor subdivision, close to Highway 58 and Highway 153, and very accessible to downtown Chattanooga, taking less than 20 minutes to get to city center or downtown Chattanooga. Now, just like a lot of properties built in 1973 or thereabouts, and especially properties built in this area, this home has a lot of mid-century modern architectural elements. So you're going to see pitched roofs, angular roofs. You're going to see a lot of windows that look very different than colonial architecture or any other style. You're also going to see a lot more stone and natural textures, looks. exposed wood, and so on. And this has some of those elements, and a lot of those elements were actually preserved in the renovation of this home. And so kudos to the seller for having a special affection, we might say, to the style, and allowing the home to retain a lot of its integrity. So kudos to the sellers and the designers for the work that they did on this home. But I'm actually located on the second story deck. It is a wide deck that goes all the way across the front, and the main living area is located upstairs, which is also not atypical. You basically ascend the driveway. There is a parking area, a covered parking area there that is attached to the home, and so you would access the home through that way. But one thing I want you to notice about this home is that you still, even when all the leaves are out, all the trees have tons of leaves, you can still see the lake. Now, actually, the lake view will be improved when it comes winter, with the exception of evergreen trees, but I don't see any located right here immediately. There are some down there, but you're going to see even more of the lake, and you're actually going to get a lot more sunshine because this is not an evergreen here, but you'll get more sunshine on the property and actually have a better lake view when the seasons change. And if you've not been to Chattanooga before or don't know much about Chattanooga, we do have all 4 seasons. So it does freeze in the winter. It gets very hot and humid like today during the summer, but we have all 4 seasons. But again, with this particular property, you still got a lake view during the summer. Even with all the leaves on the trees, that lake view is actually going to improve. Now, 4924 Bal Harbor Drive was built in 1973, as I mentioned before. It's got 3,300 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and 3 full bathrooms. It's on 2 living levels. The main living level is actually the second story if you're looking from the street. The technical front door is basement level, and there's a living area down there, but it also has 2 fireplaces. And those fireplaces are special because, as I was just saying, mid-century modern, you see a lot of stonework, and so we have massive stone fireplaces in this 1973 late mid-century modern home, which are really interesting features. Those have been preserved, although the bathrooms and the flooring and the windows, the doors, and especially the kitchen have all been updated. One thing I do need to mention to you is that the greater Chattanooga area has a number of municipalities, and it can be kind of confusing when it comes to property tax. So when you Google Chattanooga, you're going to get the kind of general outline, which kind of looks like a jigsaw puzzle piece. There's actually a couple of holes in it and some cutouts and whatever. But if you buy property in the city of Chattanooga, when it comes to property tax, you'll be paying property tax for the city of Chattanooga, which is more expensive than other areas, plus you'll be paying Hamilton County property tax. So this particular property, the Bal Harbor neighborhood, is located in the city of Chattanooga, so you'll be paying the city of Chattanooga property tax, the Hamilton County property taxes, and then if you were to live in East Ridge, for example, you'd pay East Ridge and Hamilton County. If you lived in Red Bank, it'd be Red Bank and Hamilton County. And then there are unincorporated areas where there are no municipalities. There's the county government, and in those areas, you'll only be paying county property taxes. So make sure when you're looking at properties in the greater Chattanooga area that you have an honest and forthright discussion with your real estate agent, who should provide you with information about what property taxes you are likely to pay. So, like I said, it's a little bit humid today. I'm going to go ahead and go in and show you this beautiful property. Whew, that's a lot better. It is really humid today and hot. As I was saying, this home still retains a lot of the architectural elements of late mid-century modern. So as you probably see behind me, hopefully I positioned the camera in the right way, the beams along the ceiling, and we're located in the main living area, the main living room, follow the roof line, which is pitched right there. And then another telling feature for this style of architecture that still remains with this property, built in 1973, is the stone fireplace. Now, as I look at the fireplace, I'll have to take a look at the listing, but it looks like it's gas to me, and there is another fireplace that's downstairs. But to your right is the downstairs entrance to the lower living area. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. And then right off of the main living area, or the living room, is your kitchen, your dining room first, and then your kitchen, and we'll take a look at that next. Now, as you can imagine, we can't show you all the special features of this home located in the Bal Harbor neighborhood, located right on Chickamauga Lake. But we wanted to show not only the mid-century modern elements, but also the beautiful updates that were done throughout the home. So this home has been redone from top to bottom, as you very well can see. So new ceilings, new lighting fixtures, and they've combined, along with those late mid-century elements, also new and very popular features. So immediately you see the lighting fixture, which has elevated Edison bulbs. You see a double farm sink. Some people call it a farm sink. You see the larger subway tile, which is still very fashionable. The shaker cabinets, which go all the way to the ceiling. The can lights, the hood, and some open shelving as well, with some iron supports for those. And then I cannot overemphasize the quartz countertops. These are absolutely stunning. This is not your mom and pop black and white granite from 15 years ago. These countertops have a leather finish, so it's a little bit rougher than a smooth finish, but nevertheless easily clean, has color in it, there's variations, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And by the way, this island is so huge that you could easily fit on the other side 4 stools. So in addition to the living room where you have plenty area to eat, you also have plenty of area here should you have guests to come over to eat, to have a party. Now, a cool thing about this home is that although it's not technically open concept, the rooms are so large that you can actually see from room to room. So I'm standing here in the corner of the kitchen. I'm looking at the washer and dryer area, which is immediately beyond the refrigerator. I'm looking into the bathroom that's upstairs adjacent to the kitchen. I'm looking into the dining room, out through the windows, out through the deck, and onto the lake from right here. And I'm also doing the same thing as I look into the living room. So again, while not technically open concept, there are defined spaces for the rooms. It is opened up, so you have a more open feeling. Now, we just passed through one of the bedrooms into a small hallway, and that small hallway actually goes to the downstairs living area. But on this main level here, you have the main bedroom. Now, the main bedroom has a beautiful ensuite bath, which you just saw. Also, a very generous closet. Now, just to let you know, the closet fixtures have yet to be installed. Those will be installed. But this is absolutely gorgeous, as well as being huge. The bed, I believe, looks to be a king size bed, and there's plenty of room in here for a side chair where you could do your reading, for tables, nightstands, lamps, plants, just about everything that you need. Storage area right here at the foot of the bed. So there's plenty of room in the main bedroom. So it is accessible from the driveway, and basically you just park your car in the carport and walk in to the kitchen and bring in your groceries, and you can actually make your way all the way to the main bedroom. Now, there are French doors, which you may have seen in the previous clip, and those also lead out onto that ginormous deck where you have such a beautiful view of the lake. So we end up pretty close to where we started. Again, this is 4924 Bal Harbor Drive, located in the beautiful Bal Harbor subdivision or Bal Harbor community. It is a lakefront community. It is adjoined by Kings Point and Windward Point. Those three communities are together. I live nearby. This is a very special place for me, not only because of the proximity to the lake, because as you just saw, you can see the lake even during the summer. Even with all the leaves out on the trees, you can still see the lake, and of course that lake view is going to improve when we get into winter. But also because of the proximity to downtown Chattanooga. If you ever come to Chattanooga, I will be happy to share that little secret passage that will get you downtown in less than 20 minutes from this very house. And if you're interested in lakefront property or any other property in the greater Chattanooga area, including southeastern Tennessee and northwest Georgia, I'm here to help you. Just drop me a line, give me a call or text at 423-443-1649. Thanks so much for watching.